Hey everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video, we'll be going through an unboxing of the high grade 12144 pronunciations. My take on the pronunciations, the Cyclage Schwalbe Custom, and this was from Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, released by Bandai this year being 2022. At this point in time, I'm just going to start calling it It's a Grays Custom because, yeah, wording. There's always a few kits that I just struggle with some of the pronunciations, and this will probably be one of them. And the sad thing is, because it's not in the actual main series itself, it's probably up to interpretation as to what things will sound like, factoring in dialect, tonal, and other variations of where in the globe you reside. Anyway, we're not here to talk pronunciation woes. Here we have yet another Grays custom style kit with the Cyclage Schwalbe Custom. I did have this come through at the same time as the Asmodee came through, both from Hobbylink Japan. So there will be links to this and other IBO stuff in the description. So front of the Schwalbe Custom. Now I do know there was it McGillis had a custom as well back in the day, which was in blue. So it's interesting to now see this in a bit of a. It's a bit of a red, but I'm not sure what the actual exact color is. But I will say it's definitely a very nice CGI shot on the front of the box. So that's the front. In terms of the bottom, so we do have a nice action pose there, which does seem to try to recreate the front of the box. Some of the inner machinations that make this a bit of a Grays derivative. Some of the articulation. We have some thrusters, unique handguns, and some different posing. And for some reason, I looked at that particular pose and automatically thought, based on the way that arm was up, it actually reminded me of the Grimcode. It does have some similar colors, so that's pretty cool. So that's that. So that's the action poses of around the box. In terms of the top of the box, so we have the usual front and rear shot, a bit of a blurb of the custom, and then some other similar kits in the line. So yes, McGillis did have a Schwalbe Grays custom, and there was also the standard Commander type version as well, and those are both in the 1-to-144 scale. So that was that. That was pretty cool. And I do know I actually have built a few Grazes and variants in the past. It is a very fun solid build, so definitely can't go wrong. So cracking open the box, what do we have inside? We have 1, 2, 3 bags of runners and a manual, as to be expected. So I will crack open those bags and we will have a better look at everything that is inside. And with everything now out of the bags, we have the front of the manual, nice shot of the custom at the top, front line art, and I believe the pilot, Cyclage Mayo. Interesting name. A extended blurb of the suit, which is pretty cool. Yeah, definitely getting the Grays custom vibe, just in a different color. Well, that's cool. It's still a very solid build. So that's the front of the manual. In terms of the back, so similar things to what we saw around the box, but a bit more of a description of features. So 2 handguns, a shield, the thruster units. In fact, it's interesting that it's thruster units, because I believe the original Schwalbe Greys was just one set of units as opposed to two. That's pretty cool. A bit of a tactics rundown. So hit and... I was going to say hit and run, but it says hit and away technique. Main combat style. Taking advantage of the high mobility, which is to be expected. Okay, and we do have a color guide. So it is a red part, which seems to be a bit more of a wine burgundy type color. We have some light brown, grey, brown parts, light grey, white, and the center color. That's all that. In terms of what's inside, usual parts list. So there will be some smaller runners to begin with before we hit the Ds and onwards. Although looking at that poor E runner, X's galore, which could also be a good thing. That will also be possibly spare parts galore. In terms of the build, the main body, I think the main body is probably going to be the same as it always has been. I do always like getting to this final step because once you put on the two little waist bits, it's almost like it's a little crab crawly type thing. The head, we will have some stickers on its bunny ears, which is unfortunate, but to be expected. Right arm and left arm. There will be some stickers on the left arm for the shielding and the shoulders. Well, definitely yeah. So that will be the shoulders, and there's the shield. Unfortunate, but it's not that bad. As long as it's on a nice flat surface. And then the right leg, left leg. Finishing the legs, do the waist, put everything together. There will be the action base connector as stock standard, thruster units. So it's actually trio of units, not two pairs, which I thought I noticed, well, saw/noticed in a previous illustration. The two weapons, so the handguns with a nice little blade attachment, and you can also still create the original weapons from the standard Greys loadout. So that is pretty cool. Will they be built? Probably. Will they be used? Probably not. But hey, it's always handy to have some of these extra weapons. So that was the manual. In terms of the included sticker sheet, we have gone back down in scale, which is a bit of a relief. So a lot of these will just be minor color correcting stickers, with the white/grey ones to actually add a bit of color. The shield and the shoulders will probably be okay. I am dubious about the ones for the bunny ears. If it's a natural white, I may resort to just using a acrylic pen for that. So that's the sticker sheet. In terms of the runners, a runner in brown. This will just be a continuation of the runners that we've seen previously for the Greys. Not that I've actually done a Greys unboxing. In due time, I hope. But anyway, a runner, the one brown colour. A small B runner, I believe also still in brown. A even smaller C runner in, let's say, the lighter grey. Now we have two D runners, which are not necessarily copies. So D1 in a light brown, so there's the original weapons set. The rest will be joints. These will be most likely be the legs. So that's D1 in light brown, and in terms of D2, still in a light brown, and more joints and things like that. They'll probably be the main body, bits of the hands, arms, main body, things like that. So that's D2 in light brown. Now, going to the E runner, so this will be, well, I was going to say it was going to be unique, but we also know that most of this will not get used. I think we just use these and the rest are pretty much skipped out on, which is unfortunate. So that's in that that wine burgundy type colour. Still a very nice colour, but interesting to see how much the rest of those pieces can be used for other things. So that's the E runner, and then we have a multicolour F runner. The multicolour F runner was at the end. So the wine burgundy making up most of the middle, light brown, light grey, grey, and potentially different feet, which is interesting enough. So that's pretty cool. So this will probably be more unique to the Cyclase Schwalbe Custom, but that's cool. And then lastly, we do have a included polycap, PC002, your standard polycaps, especially for the IBO range. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the Cyclase Schwalbe Custom. Have I pronounced it correct throughout the multiple times I've said it? Who knows? I'm sure if I went through and had $1 for every time I wasn't sure about pronunciations, I'd probably have enough money to buy a Mastergrade. Anyway, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'll have links to this kit and other IBO kits in the description for your browsing pleasure. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video, which should be a brand new series. See ya.